Yo guys, I got some very bad news in today's video, but I also got some light at the end of the tunnel kind of news, which I think is very important to share with you today. And I think this video is actually from tremendous importance if you are a long-term believer in Bitcoin, if you are a long-term holder, also when you are interested in the shorter-term time frame. So guys, let's jump straight into it. We are going to basically have a look at some metrics in today's video. I'm going to show you this chart, this chart, this chart. We are going to have a look at some heat maps. I'm going to show you some stuff from Will Portal, and we are not going to have a look at the Bitcoin chart. That's the crazy thing. So that also is what's making this video so interesting, because we are going to have a look at the midterm perspective for Bitcoin without seeing the specific Bitcoin chart. So guys, let's jump straight into it. First of all, guys, I want to talk about this channel right here on this chart, and this is the US dollar Tether market dominance. And what this chart basically does is, whenever this chart is going up, it means that the total liquidity in the crypto markets is being more and more concentrated on the stablecoin US dollar Tether. So you can already guess it. When this chart is going up, Bitcoin is going down. And what we can see in this chart, and that is just a little bit shocking if you ask me, is that we have a ascending triangle, and we've entered that pattern from an uptrend. So technically speaking, in terms of probabilities, it has a higher likelihood to break out to the upside rather than to the downside. That's the first chart, and that is kind of bearish for Bitcoin, because this just basically shows that an inverse chart of Bitcoin, an opposite chart of Bitcoin, is looking bullish, which generally is bearish for Bitcoin. But okay, let's go to the next one. This one is the US dollar Tether or USDC dominance, which is another stable coin, right? And what we can see right here is that we are in a declining channel right here. We just broke above the middle of the channel. This chart is also not looking that bearish, if you ask me, especially if you look at this from a weekly time frame and you zoom in. We can basically see that we do get this bullish divergence, and we have somewhat of a breakout right here on the weekly time frame. At least it looks like that we have some resistance right here, that we broke out from that resistance, which could unlock some bullish momentum. So even though the candles right here are getting red, it is something to watch. But the most important chart, guys, is going to be when you combine these two charts into one single chart. Because when you combine these charts into one single chart, you get a very interesting chart, which I've been sharing right here on the channel already quite often. And that is that we are having this longer term time frame rising channel in an uptrend. So what we can see, and this is where it becomes super interesting, guys, is that this chart on multiple time frames is actually looking extremely bullish, which is a very bad sign for Bitcoin. But there is a but right here, and the but is actually the good news, and that is there is a very clear invalidation. And we need that as a trader. We need validation or invalidations in order to prepare for certain outcomes, right? So, and this is one of the most important things right now. And I guess most of you maybe understand this, but some of you maybe don't understand this. This will be the make or break point for Bitcoin for the next coming months. So the crossroads that we are on this specific chart is huge. It is really, really huge. And I guess a lot of you are not really consider what is going on right here. You don't realize the potential of this chart. And why is that? Because I don't see anyone talking about this chart outside of this channel. I don't see many people in the comment section talking about this chart. So maybe you guys are some silent watchers, which is fine. It's also nice when you show some love and drop some comments, because then at least I know it's being noticed, right? That's very important. But what we are seeing on this chart is that, first of all, we are in this rising channel. But that's not the only thing. We are at major support right here. We got the weekly EMA ribbon coming up, right after a downtrend coming up. We broke above a falling wedge formation right here. So this is a falling wedge formation with these yellow lines. We broke above. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weekly closes above the EMA ribbon. Well, you can already see in the past that this has been a very significant EMA ribbon on the weekly time frame, and 7 weekly closes above this level is not nothing. It shows strength, right? So we got to be aware of that, and we got this uptrend from this rising channel right here, but we also got the middle of this smaller declining channel coming there as well. So there is like the weekly is crazy. The weekly EMA is coming there. 2 major levels in the price are basically coming there right now, but also on the daily time frame we can see that the EMA is right here holding this chart. So this is all converging at this specific spot. So we got like 4 major reasons why this is such a major support, and so far right now it looks like we are going to bounce from this support because we are still holding these levels. And we gotta think of this because this is kind of dangerous for Bitcoin, but there's a big but, and this didn't happen yet. If we do break down, it will be the start of a massive bull run in Bitcoin. And even though you would look at the Bitcoin price and Bitcoin would pump, you won't recognize the potential of that pump if you don't look at this specific chart, right? So you gotta be, I think this chart right now is the most important chart, way more important than the chart of Bitcoin itself. And I'm going to wait until this chart is going to resolve. As you guys know, I'm a little bit more into stables right now. I've been public about that on the channel. If you are a member of Will Alerts, you would know it the moment I do it, because I'll update first of all the people in the Will Alerts channel, because that is the highest priority right here, and sometimes I don't have time to create a video, so I'll just update you guys on there with a text message. So guys, this chart is just screaming that Bitcoin is going to see lower levels. The only thing that's a little bit fishy right here is that a lot of people are basically expecting Bitcoin to go lower. We followed some polls online. I did a poll on my channel, and we can see a lot of people expecting Bitcoin to go lower. And if we have a look at some different metrics, for example the heat map, we can see that most liquidity right now is above us. Right, so that is just interesting to see, because this is very contradictory, but I think this is a macro chart and we shouldn't miss that fact. This is a macro chart, and if Bitcoin is going to break down right here, we will get a confirmation in this chart first. That is the most important thing. And if this chart decisively breaks down, which again guys, I don't think is going to happen right now, but that will be very bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, if you want to know exactly when this chart is breaking down, make sure to join Will Alerts with the affiliate link down below, because it will guarantee your spot of information. Then guys, I want to have a look at this, basically at the Will Portal's Pro charts, because this has been amazing. This has been an amazing journey, guys, because Bitcoin, we actually made our own charting library right here on Will Portal. And we don't use other charting libraries like, for example, TradingView, because we can do with this charting library everything that we want, because we created ourselves. And I want to show you the power, for example, of this. Like, this is the premium index, and here you can already see Bitcoin saw that massive pump. We get a high reading on the premium index, like basically 2 times, and that is normally an early sign of a reversal. So we get that high reading, and you can see, yes, we get a reversal until we get another high reading at the bottom right here, which is also short-term reversal. So this chart is so strong in telling reversals. Here also with this drop down, we get a big reading on the premium index right here. Also shows a reversal, and it might not even be that visible when you have a look at the 4-hour time frame, but if you go to the 1-hour time frame, you can actually see it right here on the moment. So right here we're going up, we get a big reading, is meaning high chance of reversal. So we're going down. This is signaling that reversal. Then we're coming down, we dip in that support, we get a high reading on the premium index, or actually a very low, but you can see the shadow of this wick is extreme. and we get a reversal again. That's how powerful this indicator is, and you can use this indicator with different indicators. And the good thing about this Pro Futures is that you can add every single indicator. We can look at the open interest, fear and greed index, whatever. We go to the 8 hour, for example, and you can just analyze the Bitcoin price with all these metrics at the same time. You can even select, you can change the metric, for example, the premium index you want to see in bars. You don't want to see them in candles. Then you can also do that, because normally when this turns positive, it also is showing a potential reversal, at least weakness, because it means that the price is driven by derivatives exchange data, so by perpetual futures contracts and not by the spot market. So when you see this positive and the funding range gets positive, price goes down until it's back to negative, and then price can go up. And then here we got a green reading again. The funding rates are coming down, so we get a slight increase, but still the price generally goes down. Right here we can also get actually a 0 or a positive reading. Eventually price goes down. So this is definitely metrics that you can use here as well. Positive reading, price goes down. So yeah, this is some metrics that you can basically use for short-term trading. And I would argue, guys, that every single one of you, it doesn't matter what kind of trading strategy you have. Every time before you open any trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum, you should just take 5 minutes off, or maybe even 3 minutes, go to worldportal.com and look at the metrics. Right, you can look at it from the pro charts, but you can also just look at it from the home section, what's going on right here, and check whether derivatives exchange data is confirming your trade. If derivatives exchange data is telling the opposite of your trade, you might want to take a step back and just miss that opportunity, because there is a higher risk involved if you don't get a confirmation from derivatives exchange data. This is my experience. I've been a trader since 2016. I started with losing money, but that's not the case anymore. And the biggest edge, what I think in trading, for me personally, are a couple of things. First of all, it are inverse charts. Inverse charts give me a really nice perspective on what's going on with Bitcoin. Extra confirmations. Derivatives exchange data is a very important metric, and time is a very important metric. And guys, these are 3 things that we are talking about right here on the channel, and nobody is actually using that. I never see people looking at this chart. I never see people using derivatives exchange data like we do it, like really taking every single thing into consideration and have a very thorough understanding of funding rates, for example. And time is also something that you don't really see people talking about. So I think that is the edge that we got, guys, against other traders. And I would definitely argue right here, don't underestimate that edge. Don't underestimate it, because these 3 points can definitely make you a very profitable trader. But most importantly, give you insight in the markets, give you a general understanding of the markets, a feeling of the markets that other traders basically cannot reach. You can look at the markets and you can already get in your gut feeling, because you are also a type of artificial intelligence looking at all this data. Your brain is processing it, and once it's learning how to process this data, it is just, you're looking at the data and it will tell you already, okay, I think the price will go up. Or I'm looking at a setup right here for an increase for long. Let me check if I can confirm. I'm looking for a short. Can I confirm? Very important to know this, guys. I would definitely say, invest your time in understanding how this metric works. We have a whole learn section over on worldportal.com. This will definitely be a game changer for you in this bull market. Because imagine all that new retail entering in this next bull market. They have no clue what is going on. They're looking at the charts, they're getting wrecked, but you actually have a better understanding. This basically is an extra dimension that you are putting into your analysis. Imagine if you look at something from a 2D perspective or 3D perspective. What is better? From a 3D perspective, you know exactly what's going on. Right, you can see the depth, you can see the object. From a 2D perspective, you can't. You basically lack certain insight and lack certain perspective. So, very important. Then guys, I want to note to you also that I published a video earlier today. This is about connecting Bybit to your TradingView account. And also I just see it just got 77 views in 3 hours. That's almost nothing. And I know not everyone is interested in this technical future of connecting your Bybit to TradingView. But I would definitely say, guys, educate yourself. Automated trading is coming, AI is coming, machine learning is coming. If you don't use these things, you better should have a very good AI or machine learning in this sculpture right here, because I think you're missing out on opportunities. And if you say like, hey, I got a full-time job, I don't have time for this, okay, I understand. But if you are serious with trading, make sure to watch these tutorials that I publish, because these tutorials will give you a lot of insights in how to, for example, automate your trading strategies. It will spark a fire in you thinking about, okay, how can I automate my trading strategies? How can I link this and this and that, make money, you know, and maybe even make a lot of passive income. So another video that I basically made is this one, Bybit trading bots. That one got a little bit more views. All of those trading bots are highly in profit right now, guys. Let me go to Bybit. So guys, when we have a look at the trading bots that I have running on artificial intelligence right now on Bybit, they both quite a lot in the profit. Like this one is active for 4 days on Ethereum. We have 1.60%. That's like completely passive, right? It's not that much money, because we are just trying the system right here, but it is passive income. I don't do nothing for this. This is a computer that trades for me. And this one too, we got like 40 US dollar plus right here on this bot, which is active for 8 days. And you can see my liquidation price right here is 6,000 US dollar. That's like Bitcoin won't reach those levels, right? This is quite a safe strategy. So I would say, guys, have a look at these tutorials that I've been publishing. Check out this one. Make sure, if you check that one out, guys, to drop a comment, to drop a like, so more people can look at this and we can educate the world and getting them a better life, getting them more money, giving them more insights, educate them how to automate their trading strategies. And there will be a lot of people that are going to blow our mind. There will be a lot of smart people who will just watch these videos. It will spark a light in them. They're going to start to think about how to automate trading, which indicators to use, what can I do, and suddenly there will be some guys that will smash it and they will make trading bots and they will be super profitable, because the one who will search is the one who will find. And if you're not going to search, you're not going to find. Guys, don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to end it right here. Watch the tutorials if you're interested in that. Drop a like for your appreciation. And yeah, I wish you all a very beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.